All right, Jake, welcome to your video analysis, and we're going to do two videos for you this week. One video is going to talk about your strengths as a hitter, and the second video is going to talk about where you can get a little bit better as a hitter. And what we're really going to focus on for all the guys this week is just the position that you get to before you swing. We can break the swing down into two basic parts, the preparation to swing and then the actual swing. And the preparation to swing is everything a hitter does before they actually begin to swing the bat. All that move right there, as you can see with David Wright, all of this is the preparation to swing, which includes the stride and loading the hands. And so one of the things you're going to notice here in this video, I've used David Wright as your comparison. You're going to see that both of you guys are very similar in how you get prepared to swing. And that's exactly why I chose David Wright. And if you watch here, I'm going to play both of these swings simultaneously. One of the things that you're going to see is that both of you guys will take a stride and keep a little bit of weight back before you shift your weight and get ready to swing. So you see the little stride, and the weight stays back there. One more time. And you can see here that you and David Wright are very similar hitters. Now, with that in mind, I'll let you know why I use David Wright as the pro comparison. What I want to do right now is just walk through some of the things that you do really well as a hitter. And it really begins with your stance. I love when I look at hitters, I love to see the type of foundation they've created. And we create that foundation with our feet. And if you look here, you got a nice wide stance. Your feet have a good foundation, a little bit wider than shoulder width, just like David Wright. And the next thing that I look for in a hitter in terms of balance in the stance is where the eyes are at in relationship to the belly button, the center of gravity. And you can see here that both you and David Wright are very similar in terms of where your head's at. You guys are both very balanced. And then the next thing we look for is just nice relaxed hands. And where you put your hands in your stance is just a matter of preference. You can see here that your hands are a little bit higher than his, and that's totally fine. But I really like what you're doing with your stance. Okay? Now, the next thing that we look at in a good hitter when they get prepared to swing is their negative move. And you're going to see here with David Wright, I drew a little blue dot around his belly button. You're going to see his first move, he's going to take a little stride towards the pitcher, but his belly button's going to stay back. Go ahead and watch here right now. Notice how he kind of rocked back and shifted his weight back. And when he did that, his belly button went back a little bit, just like that. But the very important thing I want you to notice is how he kept his eyes slightly in front of his belly button. He kept the same type of balance that he had in his stance. Eyes slightly in front of belly button there. And when he rocks back, it's the same thing. And the other thing I wanted you to notice here is when he does this move, he keeps his back knee inside of his back foot. And that helps him maintain balance as well. And if we take a look at you over here on the left-hand side, we draw that blue dot around your belly button here, and we get you into your negative move, you're going to see the same thing. You're going to take a step forward, just like David Wright does, but when you take that step, your belly button goes back a little bit. Right there. And as you can see here, you got your negative move. And when you take your negative move, you do a pretty good job keeping your eyes slightly in front of your belly button. And you do a pretty good job keeping that back knee inside your back foot. So there's pretty good balance there. Very impressive stuff, and a lot of young hitters have a hard time keeping balance at this point in their swing, or at this point in their preparation to swing. Now the next thing we're going to look at is the positive move. And this is the move the hitter's going to take towards the pitcher before he swings. So you're going to see here David Wright's going to actually shift his weight forward. He's going to keep his hands back. And now he's in a good hitting position. Notice how his belly button came forward and his hands are staying back. They're loaded. And at this position, he's in balance. Because now, if you look, his eyes are slightly in front of his belly button. So his head's right in the middle of his body. And he is ready to swing. Okay? And if we take a look at you on the left-hand side, you're going to do the same thing. We're going to see you take that belly button, shift it forward towards the pitcher. Right here. And right there is when you're ready to swing. You can see your belly button's gone forward. And your eyes are a little bit in front of your belly button, which is great. So you're in a good balanced position to swing. And now both of you guys are ready to launch on the baseball. So both you and David Wright are very similar. And the one positive thing, or one of many positive things that I like about your swing, is that you're very balanced throughout the swing. And we could see that specifically in how you get prepared to swing.